let's talk about how to organize credit card debt, health insurance payments, and IRS debt. Well, sometimes, let's face it, if your budget's tight, you have to kind of decide, what do I pay first? What's the most important bill I should pay? And between these three categories of debt, the number one option, the one you should always focus on paying first, is pretty simple. Number one is going to be your IRS debt. Always pay that first. The reason is, let's just face it, the IRS has a lot of authority when it comes to seizing assets and garnishing wages. If you don't pay your IRS debt, you could be responsible for penalties, and all kinds of other things can happen. And no one stops the IRS from executing any action against you when it comes to you owing them money. Additionally, if your situation financially became so bad that you had to declare bankruptcy, well, guess what? IRS debt cannot be charged off during bankruptcy. So if times are tight, always focus on IRS debt first. Number two would be your health insurance. Okay? Well, the reason for this is, your health insurance, sometimes you can get some flexibility with that plan. You can contact the provider and maybe, discuss other ways to address the payment if you're running short. And, let's face it, your insurance situation is always important, because the last thing you want to do is incur some type of medical expense that you can't pay for out of pocket. And that's the purpose of health insurance. So health insurance should be number two when it comes to these three categories, for obvious reasons. Third on the list is your credit card debt. It's number three because there's the most flexibility there with regards to anything that can happen to you as far as running behind on those payments. Let's face it, if you're running behind and you have these three types of expenses to discuss, which one do I pay first? IRS debt's number one, health insurance is number two, credit card debt's number three, because the worst case scenario with credit card debt is you can go into collections. And that's a lot easier to deal with than having the IRS breathing down your back or being in a situation where you have hospital expenses to pay that you can't simply cover.